Hello Gemini, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the second half of September from the 16th through the 30th. General reading. As always, guys, it's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from this whatever makes sense for you and release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading at this time, all of that information is down below in the description box. And I will, of course, include a link to all of the decks that you see here today, Gemini. So let's get right into this. These are the 3 card decks that we'll be using for the focus messages. These are all brand new decks that I've received. These 2 are from Bridget from Divine Essentials. This is the Divine Masculine Confessions deck, and this is the Divine Feminine Confessions. So we'll grab a message from those decks, and then lastly we'll grab one from the Soul Activation Oracle deck by Rising Sun Oracle. So Gemini, let's get into this. Let's take a look and see what's going on with you and your person. This reading is going to focus on 2 hearts and separation, or if you're going through some major challenges in your relationship, we're basically going to take a look to see if you guys are meant to be. So let's see. Let's take a look and see where this is all going to go for you. So my masculines, where are you at? And I do tend to say him and his for the masculine, but if it's reversed for your situation, please do take it that way. However way you need to tailor it to your situation. Okay, this says, would you ever be able to forgive all my mistakes? Could you ever truly trust me? So maybe there were trust issues between the masculine and the feminine for this situation, this connection, Gemini. It, of course, depends on whether you're masculine or feminine and who it is that you're watching this reading for. But that's the message from the masculine at this time. Would you ever be able to forgive all my mistakes? And the one good thing, actually, about that message, Gemini, is that this masculine is acknowledging that he has made a mistake. And that's the first step towards acknowledging the problem. And again, if there were trust issues between the 2 of you, maybe now you guys can face the problem and work through it, So let's grab a message for the feminine here. The Divine Feminine. Okay, let's grab this one here. I thought things were going good. Why did you just disappear? So I've got a masculine here who disappeared on the feminine here. So these 2 messages together, would you ever be able to forgive all my mistakes? One of those mistakes is that this masculine could have ghosted this feminine or abandoned the connection without telling her. Could you ever truly trust me? And here's this feminine, thinking everything was just going along great. And all of a sudden, we have a masculine who disappeared. Okay, so we'll take a look and see, of course, the direction that this all goes for you, Gemini. It depends, again, if you are feminine watching for a masculine, or if you're a masculine watching for a feminine. Which of these represents where you're at? Okay, so let's grab a message from the Soul Activation deck. And I've pre-shuffled all of these decks already. Let's grab this one here. We have humble. We have the throat chakra that is a part of this card. The crystal for this particular card is aquamarine and the number 44. Okay, so if any of these things plays a significant role in your connection, perhaps there's a blockage in the throat chakra which might be preventing communication right now, which I feel that is a part of the problem, especially if we have a masculine who disappeared on the feminine. This 44 breaks down to an 8, which is power, strength, control, authority, infinite, and materialism. Okay, so we'll see how that all plays a role in this overall vibe of this reading and how that all comes together. And, maybe someone has certainly been humbled by the experience of what's happened here between the 2 of you. Could be the masculine, but it's too soon to say, so we'll have to dig a little bit deeper here. So let's add to this with some messages from the Untold Truths of the Heart. This is a deck by Aqua Moonlight. So angels and spirit guides, where is this going? Are you guys meant to be? Can you overcome whatever challenges are keeping you guys apart at this time? What's going on? Someone was sidetracked, so more than likely the masculine here, delays, distractions, and change. I do feel that part of the mistake that this masculine has made, and is totally acknowledging it through this message, is that he might have been sidetracked by other people, other connections, or just too busy to even throw in any sort of substantial energy towards this connection with the feminine. We do have unconditional innocence, support, whole heart. What I'm picking up from this, Gemini, is whoever represents the feminine energy here in this relationship, the feminine had unconditional love for this masculine, and maybe at the time this masculine didn't appreciate it, didn't recognize it, didn't even know that that's how this feminine might have felt. And as a result of you guys going your separate ways, I really feel that this situation, this experience, brought this masculine down to his knees. You know, he's been humbled by this whole experience. He now perhaps understands how it all affected the feminine and that it hurt, you know. He had someone who was giving him this amazing unconditional love, a feminine fully open to the experience of loving the masculine, and he didn't appreciate it. He was too busy being distracted by other people or just other things going on in his life, perhaps. Emotional whirlwind, affected, dramatic, unstable, which is understandable. You know, when we're in a relationship with somebody who suddenly disappears or abandons the connection or is just unable to really communicate what's going on with them, and if there were trust issues, if there were secrets, lies, deception going on, then the person who's on the other end, who's on the receiving end of all of that deception and negative energy, is of course going through this emotional whirlwind. Having love for somebody but not receiving it in return is what I'm feeling from that. And the thing is, I feel that this masculine cares for this feminine, but just had so much going on in his life that he didn't appreciate what he had when he had it. And then we've got confessions coming in. Unexpected message, unveiling justification. I feel this is coming from the masculine here, this confession. So my feminines, you might out of the blue hear from this masculine, you know, right from the start, would you ever be able to forgive all my mistakes? Could you ever truly trust me? And that could certainly be a part of the conversation. Can you forgive me for what I've done? Will you accept my apology? Can you trust me? So my feminines, if you're watching for a masculine who has created this type of situation, it's challenging, you know, and maybe you're on the fence. Maybe you don't know. This bond, however, it's very special. Spiritual connection, a deep love. You guys are coming through as soulmates here. And perhaps what you're both wanting is unity, but there's clearly challenges that need to be overcome here. And even more so challenging if you guys are in separation and not talking. So someone decided to detach, okay? So what I'm feeling here is, of course, initially we have a masculine who I feel walked out on this relationship with the feminine. But I'm also feeling, my feminines, that, you know, once you came to the point where you realized that this masculine treated you this way, you decided to detach and walk away from it and move on with your life. For some of you, this could have been years ago that this happened. And you know, in order for you to bring about healing in your own life, you needed to detach and release this. Time to move on, you know? And if this masculine wants to come back to you, feminines, then he's going to have to reach out. Otherwise, you know, it really does create a bit of a stalemate here between the two of you. So let's add to this. This is a brand new deck by one of my soul sisters, Jennifer Aquarius Tarot, Love Potion Oracle, twin flames, or soulmates, however way you identify with your connection, with your person. Let's take a look and see what else is going on here between the two of you. It's not easy. It hasn't been an easy situation. Foggy. Okay, so I feel that things are not clear between you and your person, Gemini. There's this foggy energy. There's clarity that's needed here. There's illumination that needs to happen here. But I don't feel you guys are there yet. Is it possible? Yeah, sure. But it takes effort from both people, really. There has to be that equal give and take between two people. One person can't be putting in all the effort. You both have to do this. But if you're, my feminines, you're dealing with somebody who disappeared on you. And my masculines, you know this. You're acknowledging that you've made a mistake disappearing from the feminine's life. So you've got some explaining to do, some apologies to bring forward, and making amends for your actions, I feel, my masculines, okay? And just like what I was saying, working together, equal give and take, collaboration, working as a team. That's what's going to help this situation. We do have transition, so that's good. You guys are transitioning from a very challenging time, Gemini, and moving forward perhaps towards a better time, an easier transition towards the future of being able to at least interact or talk with one another. Because going back to this card, throat chakra is definitely affected here. I pray to God it doesn't affect me. If you've watched enough of my readings, I get choked up whenever there's a blockage in the throat chakra, and it's crazy. I mean, I feel a tickle in my throat sometimes. I feel like I can't breathe. I just have a coughing attack. It's crazy, but it affects me in that way as a reader. So I'm really hoping that doesn't affect me that way here. But there's no way for me to know that unless it happens. Okay, so we've got intensifying chemistry. When something is intensifying, Gemini, it's getting stronger. And I do feel you already know that you and this person have a magnetic chemistry between the two of you. You already know that you guys are attracted to one another. But since you're not together and you've had time perhaps to think about your actions, they've had time to think about theirs, it's almost like this chemistry, even from a distance, is getting stronger and stronger to the point where you guys are just going to need to be able to see each other face to face in the 3D. We also have excitement and spice, okay? What I'm feeling from this is when you guys are together, certainly sexually or the physical connection, that's very exciting and passionate, spicy, hot, fiery. You guys are drawn to one another. Not only is the physical connection really intense, but you guys love each other. There is this deep love that is reflected through this spiritual connection that you share. Look at this. Starting over. So you both eventually might have needed to let go of this. The masculine let go first, and my feminines, I feel you detached eventually, once you realized maybe you guys hit a wall when it came to this connection. But again, if you guys are willing to work through this together, you can break down that wall and start again and have a fresh start. Okay, so let's add to this with some tarot messages. This is my brand new deck. It's called the Tarot Teacher. I created this deck for those of you who would like to learn how to read tarot messages and do readings for yourself, or if you've thought about starting your own channel. And this particular deck, it does have upright and reversed meanings for each card, so it makes it really easy to learn how to read tarot. So if that's something you're interested in, I do have the link down below. So let's go ahead, Gemini, and take a look and see what else needs to come through here for your reading. Are you guys meant to be? I feel there's a chance that you are. Look at this. We're starting things off with the sun. The number 19 might even play a significant role in your connection. It's in the upright, so that's good. This is very happy energy. There's this sense of warmth between the two of you. You know, I feel when you guys are together, you really enjoy each other's company. There's a sense of fulfillment that comes along with the energy of the sun. It's the ultimate, most positive card. It's very successful. There's a cause for celebration. It taps into unions, people coming back together, long-term commitment, marriages. It's all a part of this energy of the sun. That's what you want, perhaps, Gemini. And if you guys are on the same page, then your person wants that as well. Okay, but we already know you guys have dealt with the energy of the Seven of Swords. Now, Swords energy, Gemini, is air. You are an air sign. So this could be you. That could have been cheating. That could have been deceptive. That could have lied to your person. The Seven of Swords is all about trickery, tactics, and strategy, getting away with something, risky behavior, somebody who's manipulative. That's all tied into the energy of the Seven of Swords. So for my masculines especially, I really do feel that you're finally acknowledging that perhaps this is how you were with your feminine, that maybe you were cheating, that you got yourself involved with somebody else. There were lies, there were secrets, you were being deceptive to your person. Okay? But if you were on the receiving end of that type of behavior from your person, maybe that's why it's coming up as your own energy, because you dealt with deception. You dealt with somebody who was lying to you. Okay? So it doesn't have to all be Gemini masculine. However way it fits your situation, you guys dealt with deception here. Whoever was in that energy. And we have more of your own energy here, Gemini. The Eight of Swords. This is a card of somebody who is feeling trapped in a situation. There's this element of restriction, you know, feeling like you're backed into a corner. And part of the interpretation of the Eight of Swords is that you are paralyzed by your own fears, your own anxieties. It's, you know, you're feeling like you're imprisoned in your own mind. It's self-victimization, basically. And it's interesting because part of the interpretation, too, of the Eight of Swords is somebody has been silenced. And I really feel this for my feminines, you know. Your masculine disappeared, ghosted you, abandoned the connection. And perhaps there was so much that you guys really needed to talk about, but didn't. You literally were silenced by this person. They didn't give you the opportunity to speak or express yourself. And perhaps that's why we've got this throat chakra that's being represented here, because I feel for some of you, there's a blockage in that area. There's a blockage in the area of communication. We do have the Knight of Wands. So some of you guys are dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is a knight that's very action oriented. They're fearless. They're all about adventure. They come forward with this very warm, charming, energetic energy. They could be very sexy. They could be very flirtatious. They can be a little bit hot-tempered too, have a bit of a temper there. They tend to do things very impulsively, but they are a very passionate person as well. So my feminines, perhaps you're dealing with this type of masculine. And if they weren't the type that was action oriented before, perhaps this is the energy they're in now, that they're ready to take action. That first order of action needs to be an apology from this masculine to the feminine. You know, this masculine wants forgiveness from the feminine. And perhaps this masculine had a temper and you guys got into it. You guys had arguments. That could have also contributed to why this masculine felt the need to explore other relationships and just really did things very hastily. But look at this. We've got the Ten of Cups, which of course is beautiful energy, followed by the Ten of Swords. So tens in tarot represent completion. Okay, so one thing that we know that has happened here, Gemini, between you and your person, is you guys had a very painful ending with that Ten of Swords. This is your own energy here. okay? The Ten of Swords is backstabbing. It's, again, another card talking about betrayal, a very painful conclusion, an ending to a relationship, a connection. Somebody ruined something here. The connection fell apart. It collapsed. The Ten of Swords is severing ties with someone. It's failure, it's defeat, but it's also somebody who's playing the victim. Okay, you don't want to play the victim here, Gemini, and maybe this is where your person is at as well. So it really depends on who did the backstabbing and who was on the receiving end of that backstabbing. But we've got a couple of cards here talking about betrayal, so that's a huge blockage in this relationship, and that needs to be addressed and healed from in order for you guys to move forward. And here we are with the Ten of Cups, which of course is a beautiful energy. Some of you guys might be focused on a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is a reunion. This is a homecoming. This is tapped into fulfillment, a dream that comes true. This is divine love, a very happy, blissful relationship. Harmony and balance comes back. Things falling into place. This is a soul connection, a soulmate bond, that spiritual connection that's already reflected there. So not only do you have the Sun, Gemini, but you've got the Ten of Cups. So for those of you really wanting to build a happy future with your person, to have a reunion, it certainly is possible here. You can have this Ten of Cups with this person, but there has to be effort from both of you in order to make this happen. We already know you guys have experienced this Three of Swords. Okay, this is heartbreak, another card of betrayal. A love triangle for some of you. This was very hurtful. This is what caused the separation. And I really feel my feminines definitely felt this, that intense heartbreak when this masculine walked out. I feel it. Okay, so that's where we're at with tarot, Gemini. So let's add to this. So are you guys meant to be? It's possible because you have the energy of the Sun and the Ten of Cups. There's a chance you guys can work this out, work together, and create a positive transition in the partnership. But it takes two people, you know? It takes effort from both of you. So let's add to this with the romance angels. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. What else do we need to know here? Look at this. We have another reference to soulmate. Soulmates. We've got 3 references here, I believe, to soulmates now. Yes, this is your soulmate, Gemini. You guys were meant to connect in this lifetime. And then we have free yourself, okay? It's time to take back control of your life. Absolutely. Free yourself from any negative energy. Free yourself from the pain that you've endured. Yes, it's important to heal from that. And also, for whoever got themselves tangled up in a third-party situation, that person needs to free themselves from that element of this equation so that you guys can concentrate on working on the partnership. And, you know, we do have this letting go card right here. Releasing, walking away, moving on. And Gemini, perhaps, you know, you knew when it was time to free yourself from a situation where it just wasn't happening the way things were going before. Calling in your soulmate, another reference to soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together, which is certainly possible, again, Gemini, for you guys to come back together. And then we've got new love coming in. So a couple of interpretations from this card, of course. This could be a new person for those of you who have walked away from a toxic relationship and you don't see yourself going back to it. This could represent someone new. However, for those of you wanting that reunion, wanting to reconnect with your love, a new chapter in love, a new beginning, second chances, new opportunities to create change through this transition, through starting over. Okay, so it's up to you, of course, Gemini, if you want to start over with someone new or to start over with the person, of course, that you're focused on for this reading and wanting to bring things back into your life. I feel your person could certainly be wanting the same things here. But as long as there is deception going on, then you guys are going to be running into roadblocks. So that needs to be addressed. There cannot be third-party situations and love triangles and someone who is lying and being deceptive and keeping secrets. There cannot be this blockage in communication. In order for your relationship to be successful, Gemini, truly, you got to work together. Work together so that you can have that happy ending instead of that painful ending that you guys have already had. That's already happened. So it's time for you guys to start over and start working towards that happy ending. Okay? So let's grab some additional insight here. This is my deck, the Heart and Soul Love Oracle. So we'll grab a few messages from here. Angels and Spirit Guides for Gemini. All right, what else do we need to know here? What else do we need to know? Look at this. Joy. It really was love at first sight the moment I saw you. From that first glance that I knew was meant for only me, the brush of your hand against mine, your heartwarming smile and everything about you that brings me joy beyond measure. Thank you for choosing me for life. So what I feel from this for some of you is you were married to this person and your marriage is going through some major challenges here. The other interpretation of this is that this person simply makes you happy. You're very joyful when you are in their presence and vice versa. This could also be future energies, you guys choosing each other for life. This is long-term commitment here. This is very interesting. Locked out. Please let me in. I can't be there for you the way you want me to be if you don't let me in. I know you've been hurt in the past, but that's not me. I'm here for you, to heal that broken heart of yours. Please tear down these walls you've built around us. Let me in. This could be the masculine wanting to come back into the feminine's life after the feminine has finally let go and walked away and released this. I really feel this masculine, as this card states, has been humbled by the whole experience. And the tables have turned. And perhaps now it is the feminine who has disappeared or has ghosted this masculine. And he wants back in. He could have been blocked on social media. Or my feminines, perhaps you've blocked this person on your phone that they can't even call you or text you anymore. We also have interlaced. Distance, time, circumstances cannot stop our love from intermingling, despite outside influences that are beyond our control. People, opinions, misaligned stars, the world. That we shouldn't be. You are always with me in my heart, my love. There they cannot touch the you and I that have become this thing called us. So what I'm feeling from this, Gemini, is that even though you guys are in separation, your energies, your vibrations, they are still interlaced. They are still intermingling with each other. That's because you guys have this very deep spiritual connection. That's not going to go away. Even if you guys never get back together, you will forever feel drawn to this person. They will forever feel drawn to you. Next message, we have rhythm. We have so much chaos going on throughout the world. Isn't that interesting? Because it's so true. And that's another reference to the world here, which the world in tarot is all about cycle completion. I have to tune it out when it gets to be too much. Before I know it, I'm in my own little world, where it's just me, my thoughts, my music, and songs that uplift me, songs that calm me, because it's about us. You are the rhythm in my heart. That's very interesting. So I feel this masculine, for example, could be really into music, listening to music. He looks like a DJ to me. Some of you guys might be dealing with a DJ here. There are particular songs that really uplift this person, that reminds them of you, or vice versa. You guys could be in the same boat listening to songs and music that remind you of each other. You are the rhythm in my heart. And maybe in order for this person to realize this, you guys had to go into separation for them to appreciate you a little bit more. And I really feel this from my masculines, that this is where they're at. And my feminines, I feel this masculine has a lot of regrets over what they've done, mistakes. They want forgiveness. They want you to trust them now. Can you find it in your heart to trust? That's the question here, because they've hurt you. You guys have been through, again, a 10 of Swords moment and a 3 of Swords experience. Heartbreak, backstabbing, betrayals. Those are all heavy experiences. They're all painful, and it takes time to heal from that. Some people don't ever heal from that. Some people don't ever get to a point where they can forgive. So it depends on where you're at. But truly, the act of forgiveness is something that you give yourself. It's a gift that you offer yourself, so that you're not holding on to past baggage or pain, so that you can move forward, either through healing this relationship so that you can come back together, or healing the whole experience and how it has affected you, so that you can experience the love that you're looking for through a new love. We have the future coming through. The future. I've always pictured you to be a part of mine. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that things could have gone so wrong between us. Our deep bond has been ripped into shreds by deception, third parties, and trust issues. I can't make this stuff up. My future, I don't know what it holds, but now I know you won't be a part of it. I really feel this heavily from the masculine, that he now recognizes that he really messed up because of his actions and mistakes, being deceptive with the feminine, trust issues, third parties. It's all a part of the drama here. And maybe my feminines, you gave this masculine your answer. It's like, we're not getting back together. We're done. I'm moving on to a new love. I'm finding my own happiness without you. So if that's where you're at with this, then honor that and live your truth. You got to do what's right for you. Damn. Let's grab a couple more. We have sever. You see, there's all these references to severing ties, letting go, releasing, walking away, moving on. This one says, there comes a point when you know in your heart of hearts it's over. There's nothing more to say, nothing more to do. That doesn't make it any easier to let go. No one can rush you to detach, but the day will come when it won't be so hard. And I feel, my feminines, you've gone through this. It might have taken you a good chunk of time to detach and sever ties with your masculine, but you did it. And so now the tables, as I've mentioned, have turned. You've locked this masculine out. He wants back in. It's up to you, my feminines, I feel. The ball is in your court here. And last one, we have again. I have never desired anyone as much as I want you. I can't stop myself from thinking about your kiss, the way you touch me, make love to me. I can feel you with me even when you're not near. I know you want me just as much. Let's make this a reality again. You can, if you want this to be a part of your reality, Gemini, you can make it happen. You both can make it happen. It takes two people, It's not an impossible situation. I feel that you guys still feel so drawn to each other. There is this very deep spiritual bond between the two of you. The love, I feel, is still here. The masculine certainly acknowledging mistakes that he's made. And I feel, my feminines, you've gotten stronger as a result of this experience, and you're not going to put up with any of the nonsense that this masculine has put you through before. You've gotten a lot stronger. And perhaps this masculine knows this. So you've got some decisions to make here, especially, I feel, my feminines, you have decisions to make here, whether you're going to accept this masculine back into your life. For some of you, yes, it's possible. Are you guys meant to be? Some of you guys, yes. For others, I feel you've made a decision to detach and you're good with that. And, you're ready to find love elsewhere, someone else that's meant to be your love of a lifetime. Okay, so let's grab some dialogue here to tap into why this throat chakra is here. So we'll grab some messages from the Thinking Man Oracle. This is the Volume 2 deck. Divine Masculine Messages, Gemini. So let's take a look and see what this masculine has to say to the feminine here. What do you need to say to your feminine, masculine? Look at this. Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can start again. Yes, we can try again. Yes, we can rekindle this partnership. This masculine wants back in, my feminines. Look at this. Real men cry. I feel this from this masculine. That humbled energy brought down to his knees. It's like, I messed up. I made a mistake. I'm acknowledging that here. It brought them to tears, feminines, that you are no longer a part of their life. And the only way for them to learn that lesson, unfortunately, was to do what they did, to hurt you, to create havoc in the relationship, and to have time away from you. That is how they were able to realize this. Look at this. I mentioned this earlier. You make me happy. Joy. My feminines, you make this masculine very happy. And I really feel at the time they just didn't appreciate it. They did not appreciate what you brought to the relationship. But now they do. Look at this next message. Holy crap. She's so different from you. She doesn't laugh at my jokes or appreciate my efforts. She doesn't look at me, touch me, hold me, care for me, or love me the way you did. What have I done? I can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you, this is what happened for some of you guys. This masculine has some major regrets. There was infidelity here, cheating, messing around, secrets, deception, lies, all of it, third-party situations. This masculine regrets it like you would not even believe. I have no words to express how regretful this masculine is. Brought down to his knees, humbled, I'm telling you. This masculine has learned some major lessons as a result of the distance that is now between the two of you. Let's grab one more card here. Hell yeah, size does matter, because the size of my love for you is immeasurable. Okay? More realizations after the fact is what I'm feeling from the masculine, my feminines. Wow, that's some pretty intense realizations, but that confirms a third-party situation right there, or simply that this masculine decided to abandon this relationship for somebody else. It doesn't have to be a third party. You guys could have just broken up because he was interested in someone else, but come to find out, that freaking grass wasn't greener on the other side. Yep. Okay. So my feminines, it's your turn. So the Love Messages deck by the High Priestess 1111. So it's your turn. Where are you at, my feminines? What is it that you want to say to your masculine? Let's grab some messages here. Where are you at, feminines? I acted like it wasn't a big deal when it really was breaking my heart. Yeah. You know, maybe on the surface, you tried to just appear to be all put together, that it didn't bother you, that this masculine hurt you, broke your heart, that they ghosted you, that they disappeared, but it hurt like hell. 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords, you might as well just grab a knife and just pierce your heart. That's the type of pain that you went through. That's what you've been through. I don't care how hard being together is. Nothing is worse than being apart. Okay, so my feminines, that's a part of your message. You're acknowledging as well that you guys had moments when it was just hard being in this relationship, but it's even worse not being in the relationship. Look at this. I don't care how complicated this gets. I still want you. Okay? So my feminines, you still want this masculine. Now this next message is very interesting. I know I messed up and did things that made it seem like I don't care. But trust me, you are my world. So for some of you, and this isn't for everyone, I just feel it for a small group of feminines, you messed up too. Both people were at fault here. For some of my feminines, you could have also entered into a third-party situation. So there were realizations here that happened after the fact. You both had your individual light bulb moments. You know, that aha moment. It's like, oh crap, okay, this is what I did. This is my role in what caused the breakup. Because nobody's perfect, you know? And last one, I've been bleeding in your silence. So it hurt. It hurt you, my feminines, to not hear from your masculines during this time of separation. This has not been an easy journey. But for the majority of my feminines, I feel, regardless of how complicated this situation is with your masculine, you want to start over. You still feel drawn to your masculine and you want them back. You want them back. So let's add to this, Gemini. So this is the Journey of Love deck, volume 1 and 2. I combined both decks here. This is by Bridget from Divine Essentials. So let's add to this, guys. Let's see what else needs to come through for this reading here. So I do feel some of you guys are truly meant to be with one another. And I feel there are a small group of you who have decided to let go and detach and ready for new love to come into your life. That can certainly lead you down a path where you will find that love connection that is meant for you, someone who you are meant to be with long term, and find true happiness with that person. All right, let's grab some additional messages here. When it comes to this connection, angels and spirit guides. Number 35, fiery. You make my temp rise. Hello. Number 35 could certainly play a significant role for some of you. And it's interesting, that breaks down to an 8. Number 44 does as well. Okay, so we've got 8s represented here in this reading. And 8s in tarot represent change. I mean, the intensity, we already know intensifying chemistry is reflected right here. The excitement, the spice, the sexual chemistry, it's still here. Very strong. Look at this next message. Number 42, embarrassed. I feel like I've screwed up too much. It's true. You know, somebody did screw up. And if you're not hearing from them, Gemini, that's because they're highly embarrassed over their actions. And if they're not hearing from you, perhaps you're the one that's embarrassed because you screwed up. Okay, so it's just being able to fess up to one's own actions. We also have number 41, intimidated. I'm so nervous around you. This is another energy, embarrassed and intimidated, very nervous. This is part of the reason perhaps why there is this throat chakra blockage, I feel. They're afraid to come towards you, or you're afraid to come towards them to open up lines of communication. But it's actually what's going to help you guys heal. Somebody needs to take that first step. Somebody needs to take that first step. Number 40, pedestal. I admire everything about you. So maybe, Gemini, they did put you on a pedestal. They're totally into you, very attracted to you. The physical connection is intense, the chemistry. There's a lot of admiration here for you, and I feel it's mutual. Number 24 is all about depression. I'm so tired of dancing alone. There's this reference. We already had the reference to music from this rhythm card. Music, songs, someone might play an instrument if I can speak today. And then there's that reference to dancing. So I feel music plays a huge part in the connection for some of you. And they're depressed, or you're depressed, or you both are, because you're not together. Now this is interesting. Number 38, karma. What have we done? Regrets over past actions. There's good karma, there's bad karma. What side of the fence do you fall on here, Gemini? But there's regrets here. 3 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Very painful. Regret over past actions. We have number 15, which is confusion. But it does say we have grown. So you guys have grown from this experience. I do feel the element of confusion here because we have foggy, okay? Someone who is in that energy of that foggy way of thinking could certainly be confused because they haven't had full clarity as of yet. Either of you could be in that energy, but I really feel in time things will clear up. You'll be able to really make better decisions when it comes to this connection. But, remember, you guys have to work together. And lastly, we have number 14, which is justice. I'm ready to leave and bring you balance. Okay, so what I kind of feel from that is whoever is, for example, in another situation, another relationship, a third-party situation, grass wasn't greener. They're ready to leave that situation, or maybe you are, in order to bring you guys back into balance and restore justice here. Justice will be served here. Wow. So that's what's coming through from that. Okay. So we have a lot of references to music here. So let's go ahead and grab some songs. I've been doing this for all the signs anyway, but so needed here for this one. Heart Songs is another one of my self-created decks, Gemini. So if you don't know the song, pay attention to the lyrics, and it could certainly resonate with you in that way. All right, Gemini, let's take a look. What songs need to come through here? Some of these songs could be favorite songs of yours or your person. Angels and spirit guides for Gemini. Oh, geez. This song, Gemini, is called Bizarre Love Triangle. It's by a group called New Order. So another reference to third-party situations and a love triangle. This is definitely a part of what ruined the relationship. The lyrics. I'm feeling like I never should. Whenever I get this way, I just don't know what to say. Why can't we be ourselves like we were yesterday? I'm not sure what this could mean. I don't think you're what you seem. I do admit to myself that if I hurt someone else, then I'll never see just what we're meant to be. And what I'm kind of feeling from that, going back to this card, if I can grab it, I'm ready to leave and bring you balance. So what I do feel from this is that they are ready to leave this love triangle because they don't want to know what the future is like without you. They definitely want to build a life with you, Gemini, I feel. And you could be feeling this way as well. And they don't want to hurt anyone else. And it even says it here, meant to be. They know in their heart of hearts that they're meant to be with you. And I have a feeling, Gemini, if you resonate with this, you know that you guys are meant to be together. We have Against All Odds by Phil Collins. So take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space and there's nothing left here to remind me, just the memory of your face. I really feel this for my masculines, that there's a lot of remorse, a lot of regret that the feminine is no longer a part of his life. Look at this. So Dad, us, the duo, okay? Memories are the only thing I have left. Wish I could have told you everything before you left. I haven't eaten. I haven't slept. I haven't smiled. I've only wept. I'm replaying every single word you said. Am I really dreaming? Are you really gone? I mean, both the masculine and feminine could be in this energy of just feeling nostalgic about the memories. So Gemini, are you really gone from this person's life? I feel for some of you, what you're wanting is to revive this connection, to bring it back together. And last one, Always on My Mind by Willie Nelson. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. I guess I never told you. I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. So more regrets, that they didn't cherish you, love you as much as they could have back then. And maybe, Gemini, you have your own regrets of feeling this way for your person. But what I do feel here is you have a very strong connection with this person that you're in separation from. And clearly, you're meant to be with this person. There are those of you, of course, as I've mentioned, who want to detach and move on. There's somebody else out there that you're meant to be with, and that's okay. Honor that. But for the majority who are resonating with this reading, Gemini, you're meant to be with your person. You truly are. You're meant to be with this person. All right, guys, so let's close this out with some final guidance from your guardian angels. This may or may not pertain to your love life, but these are some parting words from your angels for this reading for the second half of September, Gemini. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Gemini. We have positive change, and the bottom of the deck is miracle. I love that. Okay, positive change. Dare to be different. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals were not fully appreciated or understood in their own lifetime. Yet it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. Wow. That's a pretty powerful message, which can certainly apply to your love life, but this applies to so much more than that. You're not a clone. You are your own person. So dare to be different. Dare to be who you are. You're not out to please every person on the planet. You got to please yourself and make yourself happy on the inside in order to find the happiness that you're looking for beyond yourself. So if there's change that needs to happen in your life, it starts with you. And lastly, you've got a miracle. Dearest one, even if all hope seems lost, let not hope slip away. For I, your guardian angel, am constantly by your side. Surrender all your concerns to me and trust in the healing power of love. Please believe that you are never alone. Together we shall work through each issue or situation which is of concern to you. all heals with the passing of time. Magic and miracles are about to manifest. I mean, come on, Gemini. What a kick-ass way to end your reading for the second half of September. So you've got miracles heading your way, whether it's regarding your love life or some other aspect of your life. Welcome these miracles in. It's amazing. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for you, Gemini, this time around. I do hope that whatever part of this reading resonated with you, that it uplifted you and offered you the messages and guidance that you need at this time. And if you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so very much. I'll see you next time.